In the dim light of a waning crescent moon, the prophet Aram traveled through the dense forest, his robes whispering against the underbrush. He had spent the evening in prayer, seeking guidance from the void, the ancient entity that spoke to him from the depths of the cosmos. The night was still, save for the occasional rustle of leaves and distant cries of nocturnal creatures. Aram felt the presence of the void more keenly than ever, an intangible whisper threading through his thoughts. He clutched the amulet around his neck, an obsidian shard that pulsed with a faint, otherworldly light. It was his connection to the void, a symbol of his faith and his power. Suddenly, the tranquility of the night shattered. Out of the shadows emerged a group of thieves, their eyes glinting with malice. Aram barely had time to react before they descended upon him, their intentions clear. "Hand over everything you have," one of them snarled, their voice dripping with menace. Aram tried to reason with them, his voice calm and composed. "I have nothing of value to you. Let me pass in peace." But the thieves were not interested in peace. They saw only an easy target, a lone traveler ripe for the taking. They struck him down with their fists and feet, pummeling him to the ground. Pain exploded through Aram's body as he fell, his vision blurring from the brutal assault. As his life ebbed away, Aram's thoughts turned to the void. He called out silently, his mind reaching into the endless darkness. "Great void, I am your servant. Do not let my journey end here." The night seemed to hold its breath. Then, from the depths of the cosmos, a response came, a cold, powerful presence that enveloped Aram's consciousness. The thieves, sensing something unnatural, hesitated and looked around uneasily. The air around Aram shimmered, and the darkness deepened. The void itself began to manifest, an inky blackness that swallowed the moonlight and silenced the forest. The thieves backed away, terror etched on their faces. From the heart of the darkness, a voice resonated, deep and ancient. "Aram, my prophet, you shall not fall this night. You shall rise anew, as my archangel." Aram's body convulsed as the power of the void surged through him, knitting his wounds and infusing his very soul with its essence. His eyes, once a warm brown, turned a deep, endless black. His skin became cold and pale, marked with intricate, glowing runes that pulsed with the void's energy. The thieves, now paralyzed with fear, watched as Aram rose to his feet, transformed. Dark wings, ethereal and shadowy, unfurled from his back. He was no longer merely a prophet. He was an archangel of the void, a being of immense power and darkness. One of the thieves spoke up in a panic, after what he had just witnessed. "Hey man, it's okay. You don't gotta pay us. Just be on your way." With a mere thought, Aram summoned the shadows around him, binding the thieves in place. "You sought to end my life, over something simple as money," he intoned, his voice echoing with the void's power. "Now, you shall face the consequences." The darkness swirled around the thieves, engulfing them. Their screams were short-lived, snuffed out as the void claimed them. When the shadows receded, nothing remained of the attackers. Aram stood alone in the clearing, his new form pulsing with the power of the void. He looked up at the sky, where the stars seemed to shine more brightly, as if acknowledging his transformation. "Thank you, great void," he whispered, his voice filled with reverence. "I am yours to command." The void nodded, "Go keep balance." With a flap of his dark wings, Aram took to the sky, disappearing into the night. He had been reborn as the archangel of the void, a harbinger of its will and a guardian of its secrets. His journey was far from over. It had only just begun.